Hello and welcome to another campaign battle for Total War Warhammer 2. This is my Dark Elf campaign and we're about to fight a large army of Karond. Now they do have the support of a Black Ark in this battle, so that's something we're going to have to watch out for. We should be able to see when those bombardments are coming down, so we'll have to move our units out of the way very quickly. They've got more cavalry than us, but we do have the advantage of artillery. More ranged units, and of course Morathi herself, who is very powerful now at level 24. Okay, so let's jump in.
Morathi commands you. Fight!
Okay, so here we are. The map fairly flat. I mean, would have rather had a little more of an advantage for our artillery here. We don't have a very good line of sight. We could try setting up just over on this side to give us a slightly better view. Okay, that didn't really help. So I think we might set up over on this side. Try and get some shots in with this artillery. We're going to have to force them to come to us. But we do need to watch out for those Black Ark bombardments. Let's put a nice strong line of Dark Shards. I have some Black Ark Corsairs in the centre of our line. Maybe some bleak swords. Now they did have a lot of cavalry, so that's something we need to watch out for. So we're going to stick a couple of spearmen on each flank. Try and keep those mobile. We'll keep our cavalry now. Our cavalry should be able to beat theirs in a straight up fight, but they do outnumber us. Morathi's got access to, I think, all her spells and abilities now, which is nice. I've actually got a couple of charges of this vortex spell, and she's also got it as another spell down here, and that's a really powerful vortex spell, so we'll be able to drop a few of those down in this fight. Okay, so it's just a War Hydra. Let's put him down the back on this side. Try and get him involved if we can. We don't have the best line of sight here, but I think this is the best we're going to get. I have to say the Witch Elves units I weren't finding that effective initially, but now they've gained some veterancy and I've started giving them some campaign buffs. They are doing a lot more kills and actually standing the fight a lot easier. Okay. So let's get our artillery on multi-shot. No, it's on multi-shot. Let's begin. So the question is, will they come towards us? I think they will. We need to keep an eye on that artillery fire from their Black Ark. So if they can push up to just here, we should be able to target them. I really want them to come at us though, so we can get some shots in straight away. There's some more cavalry moving around on that flank. Let's speed things up just a tad. Okay, that's good, they are coming towards us. It looks like they tried to get a shot in on Morathi there and missed. Took some damage to one of our bolt throwers. Not too bad. Okay, we can begin peppering their lines now. Doing some good damage here. And you can see them getting another bombardment down there. A bit of damage to our dark shots, not too much. I don't think the black arc they're using is upgraded, so these are just the basic level 1 bombardments. But still, you can see they are still fairly damaging. Okay, they've got cavalry moving through the trees there, we'll have to keep an eye on those. That's why we've got this spear unit. We might shoot some Dark Riders around there as well. We're going to send our Hydra forward.
Morathi.
And let's start dropping down some
At my command.
damaging vortexes.
Feel my fury.
Okay, we've got a bit of a nasty hit on that unit. I think we're okay. Let's get our black Hydra in on those Black Ark Corsairs.
Mother of vengeance.
What else do we have here? We've got Soul Streeler, which is good versus single. So I'm going to drop it down on there, Lord.
Fury. Come
We know there's some cover in this forest somewhere, but we can't quite see it at the moment. Okay, that's done a great job. Let's bring our Hydra around the side. Okay, there they are. Taking some heavy damage to our front line. That's not too bad yet. Okay, let's advance on these Dark Riders. Try to tie them down. Gonna get our assassin in on their hero. Oh, sorry, their Lord unit.
behold my fury.
Now our front line hasn't even really engaged, but you can see we've taken a lot of damage from that ranged fire. Problem is, if we try and push these guys up to engage, their ranged units will just go on skirmish and they'll just keep retreating and backing off. So what we might do, we're going to pull these guys back.
Spreading despair.
Just let our range do the work here. Going to get our cavalry in as well.
My revenge comes. Feel my vengeance.
Now what's going on in this forest? So we got some good attacks going on over here. We got our spearmen involved. We should be able to deal with those Dark Riders. And that's it. That was actually a little more easy than I expected. We did take a lot of damage on that front line. We probably should have moved that back earlier. I was expecting them to charge up, but they tried to use their range, and they did do a lot of damage. But in the end, because we just chewed through their infantry so quickly, they didn't have much to throw us. And we've actually really completely decimated these units. Look at them, hardly any health left on any of these units. Looks like we're going to miss with that.
Indeed.
Let's try and get a few more shots in though, just before we go. There's only 5 guys left in that unit, seems a little unfair. Look at the range on that artillery. We got some technology bonuses to that as well. Look at this poor bugger. Feel kind of bad. I think he's actually just going to walk around him. Nope, he just got crushed. Oh no, he's okay, he's getting back up. That's probably not a good idea. Is he down? Yeah, I think that's it. He's done. And that's the end of this fight. So that was actually fairly easy, really. Shame about this front line. I should have pulled that back sooner. But our Dark Shards must have done a really good job with their damage. I think all of them nearly got over 100 kills there. We'll have a look at the stats on the post-battle screen.
The hag.
Now you can see our front line didn't even get involved in that fight, aside from those spear units. Morathi did just under 100 kills with her spell attacks. It was really the Dark Sharks that just did all the work, alongside our artillery and of course the Hydra. So yeah, that was a very straightforward fight. I was expecting something a little tougher than that, but I think in the end the veterancy on our ranged units was really what won that battle. So I hope you enjoyed this campaign battle for my Dark Elf campaign. I'm going to probably be taking on Malekith himself soon. We've been at war with Nagaron for a few turns now. And then once we've dealt with them, we're still at war with all lizard men, so we're probably going to get a few more lizardmen fights. But I really want to turn my attention to the High Elves, because they're the guys that are currently sort of toe-to-toe with us in the race for the Vortex. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and there should be another one soon.